Welcome to the inaugural episode of Department of Nerds podcast. Omar doing a shot to kick us off.
Like a third one.
Oh, it's third one. Two?
Second.
That's what I thought. Wow.
Off.
And you're out there to protect and serve.
No.
Kind of child beater today, man. Leave me alone.
There's Dalton over there, or do you want to go by something else?
Preferably Storm, but whatever.
Okay. I guess we're going to go by middle names here.
I don't have one.
Okay, so middle name redacted.
Listen, if the lower left box is any indication of what you really are, ethnicity wise, there's like you have 8 names. I don't care. That's stereotypical as shit. But
I feel like
It
you're
is
racially
stereotypical
charged
as
right now.
shit, which is why I'm annoyed that I have no middle name.
All right. So a little bit about this show. We're going to basically talk about anything that's nerdy. You know, from comic books to TV shows to movies, Marvel, DC, Harry Potter, Pokemon, Star Wars, Star Trek.
Hey, fuck you. Why are you laughing at Pokemon?
It's the vodka talking, sorry.
That quick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Transformers, Thundercats, all of it. If you wanna hear anything specific, email us at Department of Nerds. Hold on a second. I gotta verify that email real quick.
I gotta make it real quick.
He's got to make the
No,
email
I
real
made it.
quick.
I couldn't remember if I used the abbreviation for department or not, but it's departmentofnerds@gmail.com. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/DEPT of Nerds. And YouTube, just search Department of Nerds. Which you're watching this in one of those locations. Because we don't have anywhere else we do this.
Nope.
So today, to kick us off, we're going to talk about the Black Widow movie coming out. Pretty sure we have watched trailers and trailer breakdowns. Who's excited?
Not me. I'm just fucking with you.
So, they say this kicks off Phase 4. However, I think, it's filling the gap for Black Widow between Civil War and Infinity War. So it's like, is it really kicking off Phase 4 except for the rumored post-credit scene?
No.
Can you not? Jesus Christ.
Well, I haven't looked up any rumors on the post-credit scene. Have you already? Have either of you heard rumors yet?
I have.
Okay, what are the rumors you're hearing?
The rumor is that Black Widow gets her actual farewell. It shows her headstone, and it shows Hawkeye there with his kids after everything that happened in Endgame at her headstone.
That's it?
But how does that kick off phase whatever we're on?
It doesn't.
Because it's after Endgame, which was the end of Phase 3.
That doesn't mean it's the start of phase 4.
They're going to bring her ass back in multiverse anyways.
No, they're not.
Okay, they're bringing Vision back. Fuck it.
Possibly. But that's another rabbit hole for another time. I'm avoiding that rabbit hole.
So in other words, really, Black Widow is going to end up in the Infinity Saga.
Based on the timeline of this movie, yes. Well, no, it's not going to end up in the box set they're putting out.
We'll see.
Because I don't think it will. I think it should. I think it should.
Well, you're never going to watch these movies, Civil War and then Black Widow, 10 years down the fucking line. So
what it's going to be is there's going to be one without it, and then about a year later they're going to put another version out with some special thing attached to it, so they can make even more money.
Right. So I'm waiting until this makes it in there. With that said, the other rumor I heard was her sister, Yelena, is going to be the new Black Widow moving forward in the Avengers.
No.
Yeah.
We'll see how she does.
I feel you. I'm the same way. So what are you guys have watched the trailers. What are your all's thoughts?
I think
Taskmaster.
Yeah, I think most of us are all just really looking forward to Taskmaster.
I don't give a fuck about Black Widow. I mean,
So,
be honest.
Overall, my vibe from the trailer is that it's basically a Marvel version of a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, it looks like that.
However, like you guys, Taskmaster. That is the primary reason I'm going to see this movie.
Yes. Because in a very weird way, we're going to see pretty much all the Avengers fight.
Are we? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
Good point.
Right.
Good point.
In a very weird way, we're going to see all the Avengers fight.
We've already seen 4 of them in the trailer. Now that might be the only 4 because the rest of them all have
superpowers. Yeah.
Cap, Blackhawk. Cap, Hawkeye, Black Widow. And who's the 4th one?
Black Panther.
And Spider-Man, because it showed him like coming through the air, like and doing his crouch and shit.
That could have been Black Panther though too.
True that.
Either one.
Now that video I sent Dave, he that's like they switched to Spider-Man doing it and then right to him real quick, and then it was on to something else. So it was real brief. But
I'm pretty excited because Taskmaster is that one that just he can mimic everything that his opponent does. And then that becomes part of his moveset.
He took a really long German word. It's an adrenal steroid. He can absorb knowledge through muscle memory. But
what's the name of that German word?
Holy fuck. SS Hauptenstrumpfer.
There you go.
I don't fuck. But he's going to have to mimic Red Guardian too because he fights him in the trailer.
In there.
Well, if you think about it, though, Red Guardian is basically
Captain America.
Russia's version of Captain America. So it's more or less the same thing.
I mean, wherever he fights him, he shows the Black Panther moves. So
yeah, and he busts out the claws.
Yeah, the claws.
And you see in the trailer too, because he mimics Black Widow. You see in the trailer he's watching her fight from when she was in Iron Man 2, and she was fighting the guards in at Hammer Industries.
And it could be fast forwarded as well because if you watch the fast forward, he can learn it in that speed.
Ooh. I did forget that little tidbit.
But that doesn't last as long, isn't that it? He doesn't retain it as well.
That sounds like a sexual problem. I'm not sure.
Zing.
Got him.
So here's the one thing I don't know how I feel about is that in this movie, apparently Taskmaster is basically running the Red Room where Black Widow was made. I don't know how that comes from translated from the comics. I don't think it was ever
50 Shades of Grey.
No.
The Red Room is a thing.
No. No.
All right.
However, I will say this. There are more you basically see in the trailer that Thunderbolt Ross is there with his Thunderbolt mercenary squad.
What are they doing?
Huh?
What are they doing? Why is he there?
I don't know, but your internet's lagging out pretty good.
Is it really? God damn it. Fuck it. What's going on?
Are you good?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So basically, you see in one of the scenes, you see General Ross standing there, or at this point, Secretary Ross standing there with his mercenaries behind him. And that's all you see in the trailer. But you know that that's the Thunderbolts because that was one of the story arcs during Civil War in the comics. The Thunderbolts were going after all the people who didn't sign the Accords.
But now that's... Yeah, Hulk 2's like way in the fucking past, right?
Huh?
Or the Hulk 2, the last one he was in?
Hulk 2. There was never a Hulk 2.
Hulk 1? Was there not two Hulks? We fought the Abomination?
That was in The Incredible
Hulk. What a same thing.
That's the only Hulk movie that they had. That's the only Hulk movie they had in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
The original Hulk with Eric Bana, where he fought the three-headed monster, was just absolute hot garbage, and that took place in the Universal Studios universe.
Shrek on steroids.
Yes.
Shrek on steroids.
Yeah. But this one, the one with Edward Norton, is the only one that plays into the MCU. Because also at the end of that, you see Robert Downey Jr. come in at the end of the movie.
Heard you had a problem.
You speak for yourself. Which was also ironic because General Ross was drinking Incredible Hulks at the bar.
Was he really?
What's General?
Yep. He would drink one and then say reload.
But what's his significance going to be this late into the game? Like,
who, General Ross?
Yeah.
He was in charge of the Sokovia Accords in Civil War in the movie. He was the Secretary of State, wasn't he?
Oh, no. He wasn't in the movie.
In Civil War, yeah, he was. He was the old guy that presented the Accords to the Avengers. Jesus Christ. Why did we even bring you in on this? And in Infinity War, he was in the virtual table when Cap walked in with Vision and Wanda. And War Machine said, well, that's a court-martial after he swiped him away like Tinder.
Yep, you're right.
I know I'm right.
Shut up.
So anyway, after Black Widow betrays everybody in Civil War and flips to the other side, basically the deal is Tony Stark's basically going to tell her to run. And that's when General Ross is going after them all. And he assembles the Thunderbolts.
Supposedly in this movie, right?
What's that?
He does make a cameo in this movie, right?
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
The rumor is it's supposed to kick off with Tony Stark telling Black Widow to run. And it basically ends with her linking up with Falcon and Captain America right before Infinity War.
Well, shit.
Yep. So this takes place through every single movie that goes on in Phase 3.
But it's Phase 4, supposedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Yep. So anyway,
Phase 3A.
Yeah. So Taskmaster.
Let's see.
The deal, so the plot line that I read was basically Black Widow's looking for this clear your name device, kind of like in Dark Knight Rises. Catwoman was looking for the same thing to clear her name of everything and make herself disappear, which is essentially what Black Widow's looking for in this. And Thunderbolt Ross is sending his Thunderbolts after her to stop her and retrieve the device. Taskmaster is supposedly one of the Thunderbolts.
But how would Ross even get something like that?
I don't know. It's in Russia, which is why she went to Russia. Thunderbolt Ross is going after her because he found out that that's what she was looking for. And so he's sending his people to go get it first.
But why? Why does he want it?
To stop her from getting it.
Doesn't make, but
so he can arrest her. Go back and watch Civil War and you'll understand why he hates anybody who didn't sign the Accords.
Okay, I get it. It's been a while since I've seen Civil War.
Basically, she committed treason in Civil War because she signed the Accords and then flipped. And now he's going to stop her from doing it so he can arrest her to prove a point.
He just sounds like a big old dick.
Well, that was his whole role in Incredible Hulk. Didn't matter what Hulk was trying to do. It didn't matter that Hulk was trying to get better.
His daughter.
Yeah, he's right.
What's that?
He was just trying to protect his daughter.
Allegedly, because didn't really work out that way.
No.
Where's she at now? Nobody knows. Or do you know? And I'm just oblivious.
Like, no. Nobody knows. She has not been seen. No mentions of her at all ever since Incredible Hulk. If I'm wrong, correct me, Omar, but I don't recall that at all. And I've seen every movie in the MCU at least 5 times.
I don't remember any mention of her. In fact, there was mention of Jane Foster before there was any mention. There was no mention of his daughter at all.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, Jane Foster, even after Natalie Portman left the series for a little bit, they still mentioned her and said she moved away. And then in Endgame, before they even announced she was coming back for Thor 4, he even said, well, and she broke up with me, but this is this. But they brought her back for Endgame. And even in Avengers Age of Ultron, when she was out of the picture, that's because she wouldn't sign on for more movies. And they still mentioned her. So it might just be a Universal Properties thing.
Probably.
So that's what I'm thinking it is, because
it wasn't until recently that I realized that that Marvel and Disney didn't have ownership of Hulk.
Oh yeah, that's why there hasn't been another solo Hulk movie.
It wasn't until recently that I realized that. But honestly, I don't know if I love Mark Ruffalo as an actor, but I don't know if he'd fit as that lead role.
I think he would.
I think they could do something from whenever he was on what's that one planet?
Oh,
in between Thor Ragnarok and whenever he did.
Actually, well, yeah, true.
And do a Planet Hulk movie?
Yeah, like they were rumored to do.
I mean, it was sort of Planet Hulk, but not.
Kinda. It was like a Planet Hulk segment.
Yeah.
But then, I also want to see the movie where between Infinity War and Endgame, where he figured out how to turn himself into Professor Hulk.
8 years in the lab, he said, or 6 or something. 5.
18 months.
Had an 8 in there. I was close.
Nailed it.
Close enough.
On the fucking head. Deflection's just a couple off. You know what I'm saying? It's all right.
So the movie it comes out in what, May, we said? Or July?
Sure.
I don't fucking
What, Black Widow?
Yeah.
Like October?
I don't.
No.
There's like 8 things in October.
That movie's got to be a summer movie, because we haven't had one since Endgame.
Release date April 24th, 2020.
It's not a summer movie. Fuck.
That's 31 days away.
That's because our next episode, that movie comes out in the summer.
I don't even know what that movie is.
Morbius. You have what the fuck? Why are you even you don't pay attention to shit.
I'm tired. I told you. Fuck.
Anyway.
You know what I was doing all day? More than you. Shut up.
Yeah, you're right. Sounds like a personal problem, though.
Yeah.
Fuck. I forgot what I was going to say.
Taskmaster. Black Widow.
Yes. So we can go down the Taskmaster rabbit hole, because I read 2 conflicting rumors. One that he dies in this movie and one that he does not die.
If he dies, it's going to be like killing, once again, blanking on people's fucking names.
Killmonger?
Black Panthers. No, the other one. No, the other one.
Ulysses
Claw. It's like killing him.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that would have. Ulysses Claw would have been the perfect villain for Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
Kill him then, but not now.
Honestly, killing both of them fucking sucked.
Because they were both great villains. But... However, the multiverse, it could come back.
I just want to see Tobey Maguire. That's all I want.
Why? He was such a bad Spider-Man.
You know how dope it'd fucking be to have a Spider-Verse where Tobey Maguire's in it?
For that reason,
as the old depressed Spider-Man.
The only reason I would want to see.
He's right. Andrew Garfield can come. Right. Andrew Garfield can come in to play the Spider-Man of Miles Morales' universe that dies.
I don't know. I'd rather see Toby die.
I'd rather see Toby kill Miles in the long run if it needs to happen.
Why?
I grew up with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, so nostalgia.
100%.
Whatever. You know what? As long as they bring in Nicolas,
we are over here.
As long as they bring in Nicolas Cage, as long as they bring in Nicolas Cage to play Spider-Man Noir, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's all I need, or at least the voice.
Well, that's all it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think Tom Holland's the best one out of the three Spider-Man.
Shut your dirty mouth.
I agree.
Right.
I agree only for the fact that Andrew Garfield did not have a better writing team behind him.
Andrew Garfield. So here's the way I see it, and I think I talked to you about this before, Dave.
I think. Hang on. Let me say it. See if I'm right.
Go ahead.
Tobey Maguire played a better Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield played a better Spider-Man. Tom Holland plays a better both.
Boom.
Just like Michael Keaton played a better Bruce Wayne. Christian Bale played a better Batman. Ben Affleck played a better both.
Played a better both. Yep.
Better both.
Better.
Black Widow Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Wow. Now who doesn't want to go down rabbit holes?
Yeah.
Well, we already hit the bottom of that one. We can't drill any farther.
I mean, we really could.
Shut up, Dave. We have a topic. It's right here.
I really I just really hope they don't kill Taskmaster because it opens up.
Oh God! Much. And you could throw him into the Spider-Man universe too, because that was one of Spider-Man's big villains.
You can throw him into the X-Men universe. You can throw him anywhere.
Anywhere.
I
will say this though. I will say this: the fact that they even brought him in for a movie is fucking great.
I mean, I never even heard of him before this. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
Yeah. I told you. I told you what I'm good at. I'm more in depth with Star Wars and shit. I know more than the average person on Marvel, but
apparently
that's pretty much where I am too. I know more than the casuals.
Yeah, you dirty fucking plebs.
So I guess when we talk Marvel, it's all me.
We can stem off of it like we have been. Jesus Christ.
You going through puberty there?
Yes. Hey,
like the movie theater guy from Simpsons. Would you like some popcorn?
Okay. Anyways, this is one of the other things that I found out that I remember this morning. Taskmaster, he struggles to remember who he was and who he is because all this knowledge and shit in his head that he has to keep constantly fighting the urge for his new memories to overwhelm his other ones. He can't remember who he is, but then he can, and his wife and this shit and that. And I feel like that's going to be played big into something. He's going to see something. It's going to be a flashback, and he's going to get the shit kicked out of him for it.
Well, one of the things that plays big into this is the guy who is under the mask of Taskmaster is Black Widow's old boyfriend from S.H.I.E.L.D.
See, I don't know if they're going to play into that.
That's exactly who it is.
I mean, is that coming from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and shit?
No, that's coming from his backstory for the movie. And why he's
from the
in the Red
movie.
Room
Okay.
And why he was selected for the mission.
Okay, I got you. I mean, I knew that was comic stuff. I just didn't know that was verified yet or not.
Yeah, no, it's verified. But yeah, dude, I'm pretty pumped for it. I don't see how they can say this is kicking off Phase 4.
Unless there's something other.
Unless there's more shit.
So I'm wondering if it's a mid-credit scene is her send-off, and then post-credit scene is something that kind of kicks off Phase 4.
Could be. Which I think if they do it right to kick off Phase 4, it's going to be the memorial scene to her with Hawkeye, and then the very end credit scene is going to be the new Black Widow getting called up by the Avengers.
I don't think they'll put Inhumans in there or anything like that since that's the next one coming out.
No, not in this.
Not yet.
And it's the Eternals.
That's what it was. Inhumans is next year.
Yeah. So, I don't know, dude. It's difficult to say because also when you look at this picture of General Ross with his squad behind him, it doesn't show anybody except guys with vests and guns. Which I can't remember exactly who was in the Thunderbolts, but I believe they all had abilities.
Well, I can tell you un momento por favor.
I can too.
Access to advanced technology and weapons. So just from that, immense superhuman strength, stamina, durability, healing factors, energy absorption, heat generation. So like half of that sounds like those guys from the Wolverine, basically, who are just like nanobotted the fuck out and shit.
Well, apparently at one point Hawkeye was part of the Thunderbolts.
Jesus Christ.
You've got
Atlas, Goliath.
Yep.
Red
Citizen
Hulk
B.
powers. That's another thing.
Bullseye. Up. Green Goblin. Venom was one.
Hold on.
But it was when
Bullseye was?
Huh?
Bullseye was?
Yeah, Bullseye was. And so was Venom, but it was the Matt Gargan version of Venom. The guy
so Bullseye could possibly bring us Daredevil. And both of those can bring us our boy.
Mm-hmm. Also, Black Widow, her sister, Yelena Belova. She was one of the Thunderbolts at one point.
This just sounds like a lot going on.
Oh, it is. Crossbones was also a Thunderbolt.
Yes, Taskmaster actually trained him.
Juggernaut was a Thunderbolt.
Luke Cage was a Thunderbolt.
Shocker was a Thunderbolt.
Shocker.
Deadpool was a Thunderbolt.
Something tells me that didn't last
thing.
long. Something tells me that didn't last long.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
Oh,
yeah, he was only in one. He was in Thunderbolts Volume 2, number 1.
I don't see him.
Even the Punisher was.
Jesus Christ.
Ghost Rider. Winter Soldier was one.
So basically all the anti-heroes.
Even Jigsaw.
It seems like it's a mission-based. Hey, we need people that can do this, that'll fit this mission.
Unless, hear me out, just because I also just read Punisher and Jigsaw. What if 2 of the mercenaries are Billy Russo and Frank Castle?
Oh, that'd be a hell of a way to introduce them.
That's a great way to introduce it.
And they're in their merc gear, post-military.
Well, because the Punisher would have taken. Okay, yeah, that would work.
And something goes wrong, and General Ross sends the Thunderbolts after his family, kills his family, and here comes the Punisher.
Well, we all know it's based off of Mafia killing him and shit, but anyways.
Right, but it could have been a hired hit.
Yeah.
Could have been a hired hit. General Ross was like, hey, Billy Russo, go do this. And then he hires the mob to kill his family. And then Punisher's born. And then he finds out Billy Russo is behind it, fucks him up, becomes Jigsaw. Then you have that.
Oh, that scene.
Oh, God, dude, that was so bad.
I really wish he would have messed him up more. If I don't think his face.
That shit was brutal as fuck.
I agree. I know what you mean. I know what it looks. So I know what you mean. Like,
Punisher Warzone.
For everything that they for as much as they fought, the actual fight itself wasn't that crazy and brutal. But just that one dragging his face, I was like, oh no,
right. Ooh, baby, no, what is
yes, it was. It really was. It was. I had to. I did the whole cringe and turn away for a second because I was like, nope.
But that could be a great way to introduce a whole nother set of stuff going on.
I don't think they will, though.
I don't think they will either, but it could be. You don't know.
The problem is that they've only ever made one connection between the MCU and like their TV or Netflix series.
They made 3 connections.
3?
I know of one. Shows?
Well, I'm not talking about Netflix shows.
Oh.
Well, wait, hold on. I know in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury showed up. That's one.
So did Maria Hill. So did Phil Coulson.
Yeah, they're all.
And also in a couple episodes.
They're all in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though. So
that's what I'm saying. In Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there was like 5 references in there.
But what about the show? Were there any references in Netflix shows?
Yes, there were, because they referred to the attack on New York as the incident.
That's right.
In Luke Cage and in Daredevil and in Jessica Jones.
Anything else?
Nothing in Punisher.
I don't think they talked about it in Punisher.
Punisher could damn near stand by itself at that like.
Oh, it could, but you know how fucking awesome
it could, but it tied into Daredevil.
Yeah.
So, what else? Yeah, no, that was it.
God, I really want this to happen.
Like, there's so many things. Like, we're gonna do a whole show at some point about the what ifs, where we can go down every rabbit hole we want to. We just pick a fucking character and go.
You mean like we happen?
Oh yeah, Black Widow, Taskmaster.
God damn.
But I'm very excited for this because now there's a whole nother release date for this. So April 24th, and then they bumped it to May 1st. So it's somewhere between April and May.
So you think of one of the credit scenes, if we get two of them, like if Natasha meets up with Cap and Falcon, they'll get that.
We're gonna get two of them.
Bruce.
She's gonna meet up with Cap and Falcon before the credits roll.
Cool. But anyways, going back to that, like they get that call from Banner, and they're like, help, go find Vision and Wanda, and then that's like kind of where it takes off.
That'd be pretty dope.
I know.
Wow.
He's real confident in that, in himself.
He was pretty confident in the fact that General Ross has never appeared in an MCU movie until now.
Shut the fuck up.
True. This is true.
I don't pay attention.
We know.
I'm your Star Wars guy, all right?
Fair enough.
I'm waiting for a Star Wars. Well, no, there was a Star Wars reference in the MCU already.
Was there?
Yes.
Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about, too. Oh, who said it? I can't remember it. But I know where you're... Huh?
Do you know Dalton?
Is it I have a bad feeling about this? Because that's a reference in anything.
No.
I don't know.
No.
That's a reference to every Star Wars. Fuck you. I don't know.
It was a reference in Civil War.
Black
Spider-Man.
Widow said it. Oh,
no.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's right. When they wrapped up Ant-Man.
It was when they introduced, when they introduced Spider-Man, and he's like, hold on, guys,
that movie?
Idea. I saw this really old movie.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, I cannot believe I didn't.
I mean, I noticed
that was a big scene in the movie.
Yeah, that was really big. Literally, figuratively, because he was tall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thing.
That's what she said.
I mean, they've made Indiana Jones references too. So I'm wondering what other.
They also made an Aliens reference too.
Yeah, true, because they own everything, so they can.
True. They really do. Yeah,
So,
I was up on Disney Plus, and they fucking had The Simpsons up there.
Yeah, they own that now too. Well, they own Fox.
True.
It was pretty. Whenever that decided to happen, they had The Simpsons debut Disney Plus kind of, and in the Simpsons movie, Bart has that brawl on his head. He's like, "Hey, I act like Mickey Mouse. I'm the leader of an evil organization." Well, they made him wear that in the preview thing.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
To debut Disney, I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
So, what do you guys think is going to happen in this movie? What's your Omar? What is your what if and hopes for this movie?
My hopes for this movie is that it's not just kind of filling in any possible plot holes that might have been missed during the Infinity Saga.
Kind of like the sole purpose of Captain Marvel?
Pretty much.
Fuck that movie. God damn.
I don't really have too much of a problem with that movie, but that's another episode.
Yep, when we get to phase 1, oh man.
So, but it's I would like to see. I hope they don't kill off Taskmaster just because of
what he could bring to the table.
What he could bring to the table and what he can be connected to pretty much everywhere.
Right.
I think they killed off. Dalton said they killed off Claw. Very unceremoniously.
Yeah,
he's a major.
He got shot
villain.
like a bitch.
He's a major Black Panther.
if I'm not mistaken, he is the number 2 villain to Black Panther.
Yeah. I mean, they killed off pretty much his biggest villains, Killmonger and Black Panther and Claw. So the fact that they did that so just quickly was kind of disappointing.
I feel that Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness is just going to be a plot hole fixer.
It could be.
But the way they're going to do it is going to be so fucked up that it's still going to be a great movie.
I mean, that's possible.
You know what? So, no, this is bothering me. We brought up Captain Marvel a minute ago, and I have to bring this up. So, you remember in Iron Man where they were talking about how they need to basically shorten up the name for S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
To create the acronym? In Captain Marvel, they fucked it up, and they said, oh, it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. hat.
Oh.
And Nick Fury introduces himself as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, he did.
They never once said the full name. So how could that be back then when Iron Man happened 15 years later?
Question, though. When did Tony travel back in time to?
1970?
So
yeah, I think that was it.
So pre-S.H.I.E.L.D.? S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right after, yeah. It was when it started.
Actually, well, yeah, because whenever Cap was in one of the rooms, he could see old girl through the window, or one of the windows that said S.H.I.E.L.D., had the logo and shit.
You mean to tell me that them traveling back like that didn't affect other things that they didn't really plan for it to affect?
I believe that it did.
Different parts.
However, going back in time to the first one, to going back, we're really going to do this.
Let's do it.
So going
just because they went back to that past, they don't fuck up their present or future. They only fuck up that timeline.
Right, but how would it have been called S.H.I.E.L.D. when it wasn't called S.H.I.E.L.D. in Iron Man? How was it already called S.H.I.E.L.D. back then? Did whoever wrote these movies just forget it?
Did whoever wrote these movies?
Or did timelines get fucked up because no one really knows how time travel works?
Time travel.
Time travel.
Hold on, I'm seeing if I can find an image of it. There's something. I got nothing.
It's all good.
This water was full.
It really fucking grinds my gears about that.
Well, tell us how you feel, Dave.
So here's the thing, though, and this is where it comes back to, though, it wouldn't have affected their timeline. But if that's the case, then Cap should have come back to the machine, shouldn't he?
Oh, wait, hold on here.
But instead, he appeared on the freaking bench.
True, but also
so maybe they were wrong because they really don't know. No one really knows how time travel really works.
So I'm not disagreeing with you.
Listen real quick. Whenever they go back to 1970, it's not S.H.I.E.L.D. at that point. It's just where Captain America was basically born. You know what I mean?
Is it still called the SSR?
I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of shit here. You know what? Control F this bitch, SSR. Nothing.
Okay. Well, it's just really fucking with me because I like continuity in these movies, and it was great up until they started doing the time travel stuff and when they made Captain Marvel. Because Captain Marvel is really when they fucked it up because there was no mention of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Captain America until after when they brought him out of the ice.
All right, here's another thing to reinforce what I said a minute ago. Howard Stark has played a major role laying the building blocks for S.H.I.E.L.D. like during that time when they were back there in the 70s.
But it was called SSR.
Yeah, it would have been then.
But at that point, like in Iron Man 2, when they said that, they had already come up with the acronym for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Strategic Homeland
Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division.
There you go. That. There's way too many words right now.
Because I think he's the first one that said that, right?
Yeah, at the end of Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's when he said, "Yeah, it's just
a better
Shield
name."
Yeah, just call it Shield.
Put this away.
Which was in 2008, and then Captain Marvel being in the 90s, them calling it Shield then really fucks up continuity.
I don't like it. See, another reason Captain Marvel sucks. Only because Brie Larson's in here and all she does is bitch and moan about bullshit.
Yep, it was terrible. I watched it last night. Can confirm. Awful.
Didn't you just say what?
What?
Are you agreeing with me just to agree with me, or?
No, I agree. I fucking hate that movie. I only watch it because it ties stuff together in the universe.
Omar's like, what the fuck?
What?
Anyway, I want to back up to Black Widow.
Everybody's got opinions.
Black Widow, Taskmaster?
Yes. So at the end of it, like, you know, she goes up, meets up with Cap and all them. Because in the Black Widow movie, she has her red hair. Whenever she meets up with Cap, she has blonde hair, right?
No.
And yes.
No.
Bullshit.
She shows up with them with the blonde hair. She could have changed it after she met up with them.
Okay, still, hear me out. It works either way. I still feel like she ended up getting what she wanted to get to wipe her record and just kind of, you know, changed her look and whatnot. I mean, she does every fucking movie, so it's kind of whatever, but I feel like it could play along with it.
It could, but I don't think she gets it. Otherwise, why would she be on the run? With Cap?
I don't think she is on the run.
I think she is. I don't think, because they even said in Infinity War to arrest them, and she was one of them.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I wish I had popcorn right now.
Huh?
I wish I had popcorn right now. But no, in Infinity War, General Ross says arrest them and did not say except Black Widow because she showed up with Captain America. She was on the run. So I don't think she gets it, and I think General Ross ends up getting it at the end of Black Widow.
Did you
fucking nothing?
And I'm super pissed off because they could have played a little bit of that into their interactions in Infinity War.
Made it a 3.5 hour long movie. Fuck it.
I mean, they did that with Endgame.
That's what I was meaning.
But no, they could have played a little bit of that into the interaction when they showed up at the Avengers headquarters. You know, General Ross sees Black Widow for the first time since this movie's ending, and should have just been like, "Can't believe Taskmaster didn't kill you."
Oh, that would be so good. Make
a little reference to it so that way this movie makes sense.
I wouldn't even say I can't believe he didn't kill you or something like that.
Something.
Just even
that would have been great.
More. Fuck.
Or, you know, if she does end up killing him, I can't believe you killed my best guy.
I can't believe it's not butter.
So that's my take on it. I think this is just kind of like a plot hole filler kind of thing. And also, I think they're just doing the movie to give her a proper send-off.
Which is fair.
I get it, but at the same time, they should have did it in Endgame. Do that first, close out with Tony's funeral.
That was sad. Cheeseburgers.
And honestly, I would have liked to have seen more Ronin.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. Hawkeye, Ronin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you just see him fucking stacking bodies, but yeah, I need more of that.
Hell, we could maybe even get a movie of his 5-year absence.
Probably not.
He's not that important.
No, more so because of the stuff that happened outside of.
Oh no, he's coming back for the series, the Hawkeye series.
Oh, is he coming back? They let him. Disney's letting him come back.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, get this.
They haven't taken him off.
Taskmaster is hired by Deadpool in one of the comics to defeat the Thunderbolts.
Ooh.
To defeat the who?
Thunderbolts.
Ooh.
Hmm.
But that's not going to play into the movies if Taskmaster is one of them. And Deadpool's not there yet.
Well, they both have been. Both of them have, supposedly been a
True
Thunderbolt,
that.
but obviously Deadpool's not anymore. Yeah, I mean, an old enemy, an occasional friend.
I would love to see a Taskmaster Deadpool fight.
Oh,
I'd love to see that.
He could be the main villain in Deadpool 3.
I would love to see that.
I don't think it'd be a good fight because literally it says Deadpool is the only person he can't mimic.
Yeah.
I think Deadpool will just wipe the fucking floor with him.
No, I don't. Because Deadpool's gonna take hits. He just keeps coming. That's the thing. He doesn't care.
Zing.
It's just that he's, like you said, he can't mimic. But it's not like he forgets how to fight like Captain America, how to fight like Black Panther, how to fight like all of these people, and all of them have whooped Deadpool's ass. But Deadpool doesn't care.
That's fair.
He doesn't care. Taskmaster literally just doesn't like fighting Deadpool because he can't figure out what his next move's going to be because of how he fights. That's it. It fucked with him. He's the only person that can do it, and it's because Deadpool he's Deadpool. That's really the only reason. He's fucking crazy. That's it.
I wish I could be on that level.
What's stopping you?
The laws, physics, drugs that aren't there, mutants.
Getting cancer that covers his whole body.
Katanas that I don't have.
Yeah.
Red suit. I'd make mine brown.
Just the pants.
Run around in fucking tack pants.
Brown pants. Fair enough.
Shit.
So, what do you guys think? You think it's going to be good, or you think it's just going to be...
I think it's only going to be good because of Taskmaster. I ain't going to lie.
I think it's going to be good because of the other doors it could open up, to include Taskmaster.
I think that, and I think what's his name's going to probably steal the show a little.
Who?
Ross?
No.
Red Guardian?
Yes.
Taskmaster.
No. Taskmaster's going to shine on his own, but I think Red Guardian's going to steal the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because of how he's played, I think that's going to kind of.
I don't like the image that they're giving him for the movie.
Well, I think we see. I have a feeling his.
Don't get me wrong. I like the guy they got for it, David Harbour, but I don't like that they gave him the old retired fat drunk guy.
I agree.
Think it's hilarious,
but at the same time, Bro Thor or Lebowski Thor worked out just fine, because when it came down to it, he was still Thor. As you said, actually, Dave, he was the Thor you wanted to see.
Yes.
So it could be that, yes, outside of like when he's just talking like this, the whole joke about, I made the joke, it still fits. But I have a feeling when it comes down to when he's going to fight, I think that fight with Taskmaster, he's probably going to get his ass handed to him, but he's going to keep getting up.
Absolutely. I'll give you that. We'll get to see the Red Guardian that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it in the trailer, he's getting his ass whooped. I mean, granted, I'm sure he gets some in there, but it's going to be a pretty one-sided fight.
There's a lot of things that I really hope they don't fuck up in this movie.
Like?
Well, killing Taskmaster, that would be a fuck up.
That would be a fuck up.
God.
The portrayal of Red Guardian is not going so well, but if they do it right in the fight scenes, it'll make up for it. And Natasha's send-off.
Yeah.
Plus, the way they do the Thunderbolts is very crucial here because that can play into a lot of things post-Endgame.
Now, how long has Red Guardian been Red Guardian? Like, how many years?
I think since the 80s.
80s?
Because isn't that when they started bringing in all the Winter Soldiers? Yeah, the 80s, because that's when they brought in all the Winter Soldiers. When, because in the 90s is when Bucky killed Tony's parents.
Howard, yeah.
That's going to bring up a nice, fun conversation when we go over that one. When we go over Civil War, I have an unpopular opinion about that, but that's all right.
Ooh.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, you can't do that. We got to hear it.
Taskmaster Black Widow.
Taskmaster Black Widow, man. No, I think Tony made a mistake with agreeing with the Accords. I think that's pretty much across the board for everybody. For most people agree that signing the Accord was probably not the best idea. But when it comes down to the personal aspect of the fight between Cap and Iron Man, I'm siding with Iron Man on that one.
Oh, 100%.
I don't. I've had so many people say, no, I side with you. How are you going to side with Cap? How are you going to side with him? And they side with Cap. And I'm like, yo,
Homeboy killed his parents.
Your boy killed my parents. I don't give a fuck if he was brainwashed.
Whoa. All right.
I don't give a fuck if he was brainwashed. Your boy killed my parents.
All right.
I'm going after him.
My time. Shh. Anyways, for one, me and Dave. Wait, were you in the Army?
No.
Are you being sarcastic?
No.
Anyways, I've been fucked by the what?
I'm civilian, dude. No.
I was confirming he was not.
Okay, well, me and Dave, we got fucked by the Army every day time, and I would not want to work for the fucking government again. So I get it. And having restrictions? No. Especially with when you're obviously doing good, you've literally saved the world.
Oh no!
Like you should be able to do your own
hold on. So that's why I said I disagree with the signing of the Accords. The Accords were a bad idea. I'm talking about the whole Iron Man versus Cap. Your boy killed my parents. I do not.
Yeah, the Iron Man Cap fight had nothing to do with the Accords.
Yeah, that had shit to do with the Accords.
I don't care about the your boy killed whatever, my dad. What I would care about is he knew and he didn't tell him. He straight up was like, did you know? And he said, yeah. At that point, yeah, you're going to get your ass whooped. But, if you just knew or if you didn't know but he ended up still doing it, okay, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean?
I disagree. I think Tony signing the Accords was a smart move. Also, because, one, he had already outed himself as Iron Man. Two, look at his progression throughout every single movie. When it came down to it, he was the one that saved the day because it was the right thing to do. And because of all the collateral damage around those saves, it was the right thing to do for him to sign the Accords.
Or at the very least, he thought it was the right thing to do. Like, I'm not saying he's like, I don't disagree with the fact that he thought it was the right thing to do. I think it was more of I don't think that should have been something that should have been signed like, hey, here's this big.
It shouldn't have been signed so quickly.
It's like, hey, let's read and discuss and talk about changing some things if we need to. That's why I think there was an issue with it.
Also at the same time, the length of time that Civil War actually took place over was like a couple of weeks. So they could have had that discussion. We just didn't see it on film. True. However, I agree. Seeing that debate go down would have helped me be more firm in my supporting of whatever decisions were made.
But let's say they signed the Accord prior to the first Avengers or during it, then Tony couldn't have been able to he wouldn't have been able to catch that nuke and throw it to space. Otherwise, he'd probably be violating that shit. So therefore, he would have let millions die.
But at the same time, you think Tony's going to let somebody tell him what to do? No, he's not.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
Let's be honest.
Which is why he undermined Ross in the first place.
Like Dave said, in the end, he'd still probably end up doing the right thing. Missiles going towards the freaking New York City. He's gonna launch that thing. He's going to get rid of it.
It's just like he did in Civil War. He signed the Accords, but he went and saw Cap as a friend, not to arrest him. which that right there could have got him arrested.
True.
So in the end, he still did the right thing.
Hell, the end of Iron Man, of the first Iron Man movie, he pretty much just says, "Fuck it, I am Iron Man." They told him not to say anything about it. This is what you were doing. What did they do? Nah, I'm gonna do what I want.
Well, at the end of Spider-Man, whenever he offers him the Iron Spider suit, Pepper's like, "No, we're not getting married." Well, he proposes. So instead of
True.
He does whatever the fuck he was doing. He always did whatever the fuck he wanted. Always.
God, I wish I could be on that level of fucking life.
So, Black Widow, Taskmaster.
Well, no, it's good we talked about Civil War because it ties into this.
Yeah, kind of, but not really.
It literally sets up this movie.
Yeah, but we're talking about Tony and Cap.
Tony's supposed to open the goddamn movie.
No, and actually, it's true because, like we said, Black Widow switched sides. I was a little bitter about that, but hey.
I understood it. Her and Cap have always had that relationship. So I knew it was bound to happen.
Plus, that movie introduced so much.
Oh, it really did.
That movie introduced so much.
Spider-Man, Black Panther.
It was basically another Avengers movie.
Pretty much.
It was, yeah. They just were fighting each other.
Yeah, it had them all in there, actually.
Except Thor.
Except for Vision.
And Hulk.
And Vision.
And
Vision was in
no,
it.
Vision was there. Yeah, because he
At
shot
the
down.
end.
Vision shot War Machine.
That's right.
It didn't have Hulk and it didn't have Thor because they were off-world. Because it was after Ultron when Hulk left.
Sun's getting low.
Sun's getting real low. Sun's getting real low.
Tony wears tight pants.
So,
made it funny.
So,
No,
Dalton, what do you think? What do you expect or hoping for from this movie?
please.
Everything now that Dave brought up, the Punisher and shit, I want it all. That's what
I have set you up for so much disappointment.
Oh,
yes, you have. You really
expect
have.
disappointment daily after being in the Army. But fuck, man, I don't know. I just want to. I don't even care if it's a Black Widow movie. I just want to see Taskmaster, and I want him to survive and come back like in a year and out of fucking nowhere. I mean, maybe they bring the Thunderbolts back in another team up, and Hulk's there, and it's like, oh shit, long time no see. I don't know. I really don't.
I think Taskmaster is probably going to bring out more of the more people that are less than casual or that more than casuals. Like casuals will probably go watch this movie, but because Black Widow. But the fact that you're throwing Taskmaster,
the deep fans are going to go see Taskmaster.
Yeah, they're going to go see anyone that's more than a casual is going to go see Taskmaster.
I mean, we already know the storyline of what she's trying to do and who's trying to stop her.
Rumored storyline.
It makes sense. But fuck, come on. But I mean, they're introducing somebody that we've never seen with comics. He's real, but like we've never seen him live action. Like that's a big fucking deal. We've seen Black Widow in 20 different fucking movies. So
7.
18. But
still 7 I counted.
Still. You know what I'm saying? Like it's somebody new. You know what I mean? And Red Guardian. Fuck, keep forgetting about him. We haven't seen him live action. We haven't seen old girl's sister in live action.
True.
I don't know. I'm not going for Black Widow.
And I think a lot of people are also going to go because of the rumored Robert Downey Jr. cameo.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. 10 seconds will make that movie $1 billion movie.
Look, it's No Robert Downey Jr. No MCU. I don't.
No Cap, no MCU. If you want to do it in order and properly.
No. The one
No
that kicked
Robert
it
Downey
off.
I know what you're saying.
The one that kicked it off was Iron Man.
Right.
Like, yes,
I'm aware.
timeline was yes, it was Cap, and see the key point is there. You refer to him as Cap and not Chris Evans. No Robert Downey Jr. No MCU. I don't think anybody else could have played Iron Man and Tony Stark like Robert Downey Jr.
And I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were talking about he was born for that role.
Yeah, perfectly.
His life was exactly what Iron Man's life was.
And that's why the partying, all of it.
Fun fact.
Besides the prison.
Fun fact. The guy who played Justin Hammer, Sam Rockwell,
he was the one that was going to play him.
He was supposed to get the role, and he saw Robert Downey Jr. audition and told them, I'm backing out. You have to give him the role.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
I do not think he would have been able to play Tony Stark.
No.
He would not. He would have been able to do it. He just wouldn't have been able to do it as well.
And that's why
there's that cockiness there.
I don't think that, and that's why I say no Robert Downey Jr., no MCU.
I agree. I will say this: I am a little bit disappointed because you see Justin Hammer twice, Iron Man 2, and then in the prison scene in one of the shorts they did after Iron Man 3, when Trevor, the guy who they got to play the Mandarin, were in jail and they were sitting together and basically plotting to get out.
The one shot?
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. There's so many different directions they can go with this stuff, and we're talking about Black Widow, and look at all the rabbit holes we just went down.
Everything's speculation at this point, and I think everybody is kind of waiting to see any sort of hint that Disney and Marvel kind of give. This is what we're going to be doing next.
Yeah, they have been so quiet about Phase 4.
It's insane.
The only thing we know is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is happening, and they're bringing back people from the previous phases. We have the Eternals, which we don't know where that's going to fucking fall in. We know the villain from Spider-Man Homecoming is going to be in Morbius because it was in the fucking trailer. And they had murderer written on the fucking graffiti in the trailer as well, which we'll talk about in the next episode.
But I want to go back to that. But the thing is, that picture of Spider-Man was from Tobey Maguire's universe.
Exactly. So that's setting up for so much stuff alone, which we'll talk about in our next episode. But I'm already excited to talk about it.
They have, in purchasing, once they've purchased, since they've already purchased Fox and they've come to an agreement with
Sony on
with Sony, it opens up ridiculous amounts of storylines.
Yes.
And what directions. And the thing is that the MCU is its own universe. You got the Ultimate Universe. You got, there individual universes within the Marvel Comics themselves. Well, the MCU is its own universe that does base stuff off of the comics, but it pulls things from different universes in those comics. So this is like a combination. The MCU is a combination universe. So they are
wide open.
They can do whatever the hell they want. They can do anything.
I just hope they keep these agreements going, because if they fucking derail this thing,
they got the money for it.
Yeah, I got the money to recover if need be, like shit. You know what I mean?
But we'll talk about all that we'll talk about all that in the next episode, because there's so many things that can happen with this Morbius movie. But anyway,
Morbius.
Black Widow Taskmaster.
Black Widow Taskmaster.
So, all right. Any other thoughts on all this? Because there's so many different ways you could go just from this movie alone.
This is the quietest I've seen them about putting movies out. in a while.
Yeah.
And about
Like
what direction they're going in.
Like we have that timeline of shit I sent you guys, but I don't think it's going to stay true into the dates, the movies, or anything else. Like I don't think it will. I think they're going to throw a lot more shit in there.
I mean, it'll always change too, because at some point the Inhumans was going to be an actual movie, and that got scrapped. So
a TV show that flopped.
Yeah. So it was, and hell, I never even finished watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
I haven't either.
So they can go, who knows how many different ways. It's honestly, as a whole, you can't really hate them. They've done an incredible job.
Said, they can pull from whatever they want, so it's endless.
Yeah. They can pull anything they want, and I think with finishing the Infinity Saga, they really need to take. I think they even know they need to take their time and really think this out, because they do not want to ruin what they have going so far.
To cap that off, the next move, I think, is the smart move, and that is to go cosmic and bring in Galactus.
God, they need to so bad.
If they go the big bad,
that's like the biggest.
That would be their big bad for the next couple phases.
And I mean, at that point, they can double the amount of movies that they did for Infinity Saga.
Absolutely,
easily, because especially now that
because at that point you can bring in X-Men, Fantastic Four. Who else? You still got second and third movies for Wolverine, Guardians of the Galaxy. You've got Thor X-Men. 4. You've got Black Panther 2 and 3. You've got Doctor Strange 2 and 3.
They've already done the tease for Adam Warlock. That has to happen.
It has to.
See, that was supposed to happen in Guardians 2, but that fell through. No, that was the end credit scene of Guardians 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in Guardians 3, but
then James Gunn and all.
Yeah, he already said it's not going to happen.
But as far as storyline, it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen with James Gunn.
Playing the long con.
What are they going to do? Well, we can talk about that another time. But
Black Widow, Taskmaster.
Yes.
I mean, that seems like a good place to end this thing.
Yes.
So we're all going to go see Black Widow and Taskmaster. Like, that's the name of the goddamn movie.
Taskmaster.
We're going to go see the new Taskmaster movie featuring Black Widow.
Jesus Christ.
That's how it's always been.
Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube page, and go ahead and like us on Facebook. You will see this video in both places. Facebook page may or may not at some point have memes specifically for the page. I don't fucking know. We still don't know what we're doing, but we hope you enjoy this.
This may not last. Who knows?
Oh, no, it'll last. Don't you? You better fucking believe it. I got the next 4 months planned out.
If anything, it's going to be nothing of us having conversations about this shit. We don't care about who's fucking watching. It's just us having conversations about this shit.
This is it.
If we make money off this, awesome. Are you even recording this, or have we just been talking this whole time?
Yeah, look at the top left of your screen.
Right up there.
Hey, there it is. Yeah.
So, all right, we will see you guys next time with our breakdown of the Morbius trailer and what the fuck could happen from that point. See you next time.